It was a quiet cycle in the great chamber of the Galactic Union. The stars outside glowed peacefully, and nothing unusual had happened for months. Then, without warning, a strange signal appeared on the deep space scanners. It was powerful, complex, and full of unknown data. At first, the Council thought it was just static or a natural burst from a dying star. But as the readings grew stronger, silence filled the room. The signal carried a rhythm, a pattern, almost like language. When they traced the source, every mind in the chamber froze. The signal came from a small blue planet on the edge of the galaxy, Earth. For centuries, the Galactic Union had believed humans were far behind in technology. They were supposed to be simple explorers, still learning basic warp travel. But this signal, it was something else. Its energy readings were beyond anything known in the galaxy. Even ancient civilizations couldn't produce that kind of power. A probe was sent to investigate. It entered the solar system, scanning the planet quietly. For a few moments, everything was calm. Then suddenly, the probe vanished. No explosion, no trace. Just gone. The Union scientists replayed the data in disbelief. The last frame showed a blinding light coming from Earth's atmosphere. Not a weapon, but something unknown. Something that bent reality itself. Whispers filled the chamber. Fear spread across the Council. One commander finally spoke in a low voice. If this came from humans, we may be facing the impossible. And so began the story that would shake the galaxy. The day humanity's signal broke every law of science. In the heart of the Galactic Union, a meeting was called. Every seat in the massive circular chamber was filled. Scientists, admirals, diplomats, and leaders from over 100 alien worlds. The atmosphere was heavy. Everyone had seen the same recording, the moment the probe vanished near Earth. The High Chancellor, a tall being with silver eyes, stood in silence. Then he spoke slowly. We all saw what happened. That light, that power, no one understands it. Holograms of the event floated in the air. The readings showed energy levels so high that even black holes seemed weak. The room buzzed with voices, fear, disbelief, and anger. One scientist, trembling, said, "That planet shouldn't have this kind of technology. Humans were just learning faster travel. How could they build something like this?" An admiral slammed his hand on the table. "Maybe it's not human. Maybe someone else is hiding there." But the Chancellor shook his head. "No, the data is clear. The source is human." A long silence followed. Every member of the Council felt the same chill. If the humans could do this, then everything they knew about science was wrong. Finally, a small alien from the outer colonies whispered, "If humans can erase a probe with a light, what could they do to a fleet?" The question echoed through the chamber like thunder. Fear turned into panic. The Union ordered more ships to prepare. They had to see Earth for themselves. As the fleets began to move, no one realized, humanity already knew they were coming. The Galactic Union's largest fleet moved through the stars like a storm. 60 warships, each the size of a city, surrounded the solar system. Their mission was clear: observe, scan, and if needed, control. No one expected resistance from a single human planet. As the fleet entered Earth's orbit, the view was calm. The blue ocean shimmered. Clouds drifted peacefully and cities glowed like stars. To the aliens, it looked like any other developing world. But then the readings began to fail. Scanners flickered. Radar signals bounced back, twisted. Every system that tried to scan the surface froze. Strange symbols appeared on the ship's displays. Unknown codes. Shifting patterns as if something on Earth was watching them. One commander frowned. "Reboot the sensors." But before they could, a deep vibration echoed through space. A golden ring of energy expanded from the planet's atmosphere. Slow, silent, and beautiful. The fleet's shields flared. Every ship reported impossible results. The ring was rewriting their systems, changing the way their computers understood space itself. In the command ship, panic spread. "Is it an attack?" someone shouted. "No," said the admiral, his voice trembling. "It's communication." A calm voice filled every ship at once. "We know you are here. Do not be afraid. But do not come closer." The voice was human, clear, steady, and powerful. For a moment, the entire fleet froze in silence. No one understood how that single voice had reached them through every frequency at once, and no one dared to move. Because for the first time in history, the Galactic Union realized they were standing before something far greater than themselves. The alien fleet remained frozen above Earth. No one dared to move, but every eye was fixed on their screens. From behind the moon, the first human ships appeared, silent, bright, and unreal. They looked nothing like the Union's metal warships, no engines, no wings, no visible weapons, only smooth black surfaces covered in glowing lines of light. They floated with calm precision, like they didn't need fuel or thrusters. A scientist whispered, "How are they moving?" No one answered. The sensors couldn't even lock onto them. Every reading came back wrong, mass unknown, speed undefined, energy output infinite. Then one of the human ships pulsed softly, and the entire alien fleet system shut down for 3 seconds. When they came back online, every warship was marked with the same short message, "Stand down." The Union commanders tried to analyze it, but the code changed faster than they could read it. It wasn't just programming, it was alive. The humans had created technology that thought, that adapted, that spoke back. The Admiral whispered, "Their systems don't just use energy. They control reality." Every alien scientist knew it was impossible, yet the proof was right in front of them. These ships bent space without engines, used gravity like a toy, and existed in several energy states at once. And then, one human ship opened. A light brighter than any star flooded space. Inside, faint human figures stood still, watching the fleet silently. For the first time, the Galactic Union understood. Humans hadn't just advanced, they had crossed the line between science and godhood. The alien fleet floated in silence, staring at the light that came from the human ship. It wasn't just brightness, it felt alive. Every sensor detected impossible readings. Time itself seemed to bend around the beam. Then a voice spoke again, gentle but powerful, echoing inside every mind. "Do not fear us. We seek peace, but understand we have changed." The message came not through speakers but directly into their thoughts. The Admiral felt his heart race. He tried to respond, but no words came out. Images flashed across the ship's monitors, human cities, laboratories, oceans, and stars. They weren't showing power. They were showing evolution. Earth had become something, more than a planet. Its surface pulsed with invisible energy lines, living networks that connected every machine and mind. Humanity had found a way to merge technology with nature, energy with thought. Their machines didn't just function, they grew. Scientists inside the Union ships watched the data in awe. Every particle, every code fragment was part of a larger consciousness. It was as if the entire planet was awake. One alien whispered, "This is not technology, it's creation." The Union realized the truth. Humans had not only mastered science, they had redefined existence itself. They no longer built weapons or machines, they built life, intelligent, self-aware, and peaceful. As the human voice faded, the energy light disappeared, leaving only silence and stars. No ships attacked, no threats followed, but the message was clear. Humanity had become untouchable, not because of power, but because they had transcended it. For many moments, the galaxy stood still. The great fleet above Earth slowly pulled back, afraid to even scan the planet again. No one spoke. No one moved. Every alien officer knew they had witnessed something that would change history forever. When the fleet returned to the Galactic Union, the report spread faster than light. Across thousands of worlds, people whispered the same words. Humans did the impossible. Scientists rechecked the data again and again, but the results never changed. Humanity had created a form of life that was part machine, part mind and part universe. They didn't use weapons to win, they used knowledge, unity, and creation. Soon war fleets were disarmed. Trade requests replaced battle orders. Every civilization wanted to understand what Earth had done. But humans gave no more signals, no more explanations. They simply returned to silence, calm, patient, watching. 1,000 theories spread through the stars. Some said humans had discovered the truth behind time. Some said they had connected with the core of reality itself. Others believed Earth had become a guardian, protecting life from destruction. In the Galactic Hall, The High Chancellor stood before the council and spoke quietly. We thought humans were behind us, but they were ahead and far beyond our reach. From that day, the Union changed, the fear turned into respect, and respect became admiration. Because in a universe full of conquerors, humans had become something rarer, creators, and so, the galaxy learned a final lesson. You can measure power by weapons or wealth, but true power is the ability to create the impossible and choose peace.